Gadget Girl here on day 132, heading north from the 1777 parking lot to Franciscan Way. Crossing Seven Lakes Drive here. Not too far from the parking lot, actually. And we're going to be on Perkins Memorial Drive trailhead for a while, I guess. Tower up here, so it should be interesting to see. It's raining, of course, but hopefully the rain will stop after a while. Day, of course, starts with a climb. I guess to help out when it's slippery, they do have a rebar rung there, which could be good today. I'm crossing Perkins Memorial Drive here. Interestingly enough, the trail turned from kind of a gravelly road or a gravelly wide path to a paved one. All right, the trail leaves the paved road here and heads up those steps. And I'm sure up to the top of that rock. The rain's quit. Starting to get a little bit of a view, not much. The fog is lifting though, so hopefully a little bit later in the day we'll get better views. There's a pretty bench placed up here at the top. Unfortunately, right now, no view. The bench has a plaque here in memory of Timothy J. Sullivan, Chief Forest Ranger. We have a bridge here that's an Eagle Scout project by Charles Scully in May 2009. Little bridge. There's a small rock tower up here on the top of the mountain and another sitting bench just up these stone steps. I'm guessing it's memorialized to someone also. Let's see. This one just says, "The journey shared is a life well lived." It's a quote by Karen, I don't know how to pronounce that last name, Parashkio, and Susan Salazar. Trail here is very nicely graveled and a nice wide path. Very pretty up here, even if visibility is limited. This has to be one of the nicer areas of the trail. Passing the intersection of what it says is the Major Welch Trail to the inn. We have the tower up here. The noise you hear in the background is someone weed eating. Over that direction is a building with vending machines. And there are some porta potties over there. Not something you see too often on the trail, vending machines and porta potties. Porta potties are a little more common than vending machines. There are also some bear-proof trash cans up here. It looks like what used to be some sort of fountain, but isn't currently working. And of course, somebody's left a water bottle there. Maybe it's the guy weed eating and he'll be back for it, we'll hope. There's a memorial plaque here inside the tower in memory of Lynn Merck Perkins. In her husband's footsteps, Mrs. Perkins served for 13 years as commissioner of the Palisades Interstate Park Commission, the last 2 years as its secretary. There's also a floor plan of the tower here. Looks like it's taken some rough use over the years. Got a lot of peeling plaster, a lot of graffiti and defacement here. There's some more information. Says, welcome to Perkins Memorial Tower. They were built in 1934 in memory of George Perkins, founder and first president of the Palisades Interstate Park Commission. And there are photo exhibits apparently, so we'll go take a look at those. The tiles around the room have illustrations of plants and wildlife found in the park. Some of the tiles. And there's also a memorial to George Walbridge Perkins Jr., taking up the work of his father. He served for 38 years as commissioner of the Palisades Interstate Park and for 15 years until his death in 1960 as its president. There's also a plaque here in memory of George Walbridge Perkins III, Commissioner of the Palisades Interstate Park, 1974 to 1988. A generous and enthusiastic contributor to the park, he shared his forebears' passion to preserve these forest hills and lakes for the enjoyment of the public. So apparently they did keep it all in the family. Again, the tower's showing a lot of signs of wear and aging. This is pretty interesting. The photos are actually printed on tiles. Here's some photos from the 1930s. A photo of Bear Mountain Inn. Major Welch. Photo showing blasting that they did. Girl Scouts from the 1930s, go Girl Scouts. And then a military camp in 1920. Some orphans in front of the inn in 1919. They were brought to camp there. Says here, a camping department was formed in 1917. Group camping in lodges and campsites became a popular escape from the city. Campers included family groups and scouts. During the first 2 years of operation, the camp served over 60,000 visitors. And that's a camping group on Lake Hessian. There's also information here that said group use of the park peaked in 1956. 43 residential group camps with a capacity of 7,000 served over 75,000 children that year. Here's a photo of the original restaurant from 1914. It's pictures of construction of the inn. More photos up here. Daylighters at the Bear Mountain Park. Passenger arrivals. Perkins Memorial Drive construction. That was done by unemployed people in the 1930s. More construction. Trailside Museum. a summer swimming picture and a winter skiing picture. And archery. Not too much of a view out the windows today. There are some plaques here on the upper level that do show you what you are viewing when you can see it. All right, back to the trail. It's gonna go past another bench up here. Lots of pretty sitting areas. A plaque here in honor of Joseph Bartha, age 95, Trails Chairman 1940 to 1955, the New Jersey, New York Trail Conference, dedicated in 1966. Another nice bench that would have a great view probably if it were a pretty day. The trail going down is very pleasant so far. It's very nice steps. Coming down Bear Mountain is just beautiful. Probably the easiest section of trail that I've seen. It's a great view of the Hudson River here. Another nice bench to sit. A little bit more of a view that way. And this bench is in memory of Stephen Lettier Jr. Pretty little bridge here to cross going down Bear Mountain. Come down into Hessian Lake and the picnic area here at Bear Mountain State Park. And heading on down the trail. The raspberries are ripe. Those turn out to be raspberries, or are ripening anyway. Walking past the pool here at Bear Mountain. And here the trail turns into the zoo. Passing a statue of Walt Whitman here. The statue was sculpted by Joe Davidson, who grew up in poverty in New York, the son of Russian immigrants. This is the bobcat exhibit. No bobcat though. It's hiding somewhere. The porcupine is out and about though. There. bears are out. In addition to the animal exhibits, there are a number of different little plaques that explain about different plants, trees, and inhabitants of the forest. This exhibit here. Red-tailed hawk. A couple of owls here. There's also a geology museum. This mastodion was found 14 miles north of this building in 1902. There's also a historical museum here. Some interesting information here. On the bridge over the Hudson, it says the very first section of the Appalachian Trail connected Bear Mountain to the Delaware Water Gap. Completed shortly after bridge construction began in 1923, it became a model for future trail sections. Bear Mountain Bridge connects the AT's Mid-Atlantic and New England sections and is the only trail section that crosses tidal waters. Here's the bridge, Bear Mountain Bridge. And there's the Hudson River. Like a lot of boaters out today. Good day for it. It's gotten warm now, gotten almost hot. Rain's quit. Pretty day. Nice bridge here. Made it safely off the bridge and across this crazy busy road, which actually isn't quite as crazy busy now as it was a few minutes ago. But crazy drivers too, apparently. Anyway, I am on the Appalachian Trail. That's the important thing, and hopefully it gets off the road real fast. All right, we are leaving the road here at this little kiosk. Nice climb up the hill. We are apparently now entering Hudson Highlands State Park. Pretty little waterfall here today after last night's rain. Not very big, but pretty. We're coming out on South Mountain Pass Road and going to follow it for a little ways. Parking for a few cars up here. Close to the end of the day, and the trail has come out on kind of a wide road bed. For a couple of steep climbs up the last half, but nothing too bad. The zoo was definitely the most interesting thing today. Crossing some bog bridges over a swampy area here towards the end. I forgot to film it, but there was a Appalachian market back there and like a convenience store deli. Stopped in there and got a soda. It's very nice towards the end of the day to have that available. All right, I'm finishing up my day here on Franciscan Way.